with this mast. This is from a salvage.
Now all right. So you got spars.
Right. There's two spars on this boat. There's a gaff. This is the gaff.
Right.
Okay, and the jaws are down here.
Yep.
And that goes. And I'll show you on the photo on the pictures over there.
Now, did you put this together in the layers, or did you buy the pole and then attach?
No. I didn't
Don't
buy the
thing?
pole. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll show you that in a minute. That was a feat, right, huh?
Oh, I bet. I bet.
I covered that part of cutting.
All right, where can I put this?
Just lay it down.
All right.
And then this is the boom. This thing here. And this again is. I'll show you that in a minute.
That's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, he's done a fabulous job. I mean, you really are a talent.
You got it?
Yep, I got it.
And this.
That's,
Here's the box. Oh, this is hollow. Yeah, you told me.
so that's hollow.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll show you what that looks like. Now this shouldn't be too
So what do you think that weighs about? Like 20 pounds then? 30 pounds?
You figure 30.
About 30 pounds. Weighs about 30 pounds. Now, I also made the cushion system.
Yeah. You made it?
Yeah.
You took aluminum?
Yeah. 4 pieces of aluminum. I have left over from an airplane project.
See?
Airplane project. You're making
I worked
a.
on for 7 years and finally got rid of that.
So you were in the process of making a plane.
Yeah. Anything that actually moves.
And the faster can be better. He's slowing down.
Yeah,
now.
he's slowing down. He went from planes to sailboats.
Well, the older you get, the more, pretty soon it'll be a wheelchair.
I know, and you'll have a really cool wheelchair. It'll be a custom model.
I'm working on a walker now. I'm working on a walker. I got some aluminum tubing on it.
It'll be hand built. Okay, so so from a structural point of view, this goes there,
Right.
comes out,
Right. And then that
goes on
goes
top.
up,
Yeah.
peaked up in the air.
Yep.
Now, these things back here, these are, I think they call these dogs. These things here, these little things here. This is kind of interesting. You got a wooden mast and you got to attach blocks to it.
Uh-huh.
But if you start drilling holes and putting screws in, it weakens, water can get in there and everything else. So they use these things, and what'll happen is you'll put the block on they call it, right, which is a continuous line.
Yep.
And they go around here, so the whole mast holds the block, and they just keep the thing from falling down. So this one is for the gaff, the beacon halyard goes on here,
Right.
the block, and then this one is for a forestay, and this one is for what they call lazy jack.
Yep.
And then this one down here, you hold it and it'll come down on this horse here, and the block will be down here. It holds the block off the mast for the main halyard, the one that goes on the
Off your boat.
the jaw.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So there's two halyards, one for the peak and one for the jaw, and then there's the lazy jack and the forestay. Now he doesn't have a forestay, but I put one on.
Yeah, I see
An
that.
awful lot of
Tension.
Yeah, I thought there was. So.
And you were nervous about it just possibly being too much tension, so you wanted.
Right. See, well, there's a lot of weight behind this thing because the boom is 13 feet of wood, and that's pretty heavy wood. And they got the gaff plus the sail. There's a lot of weight behind the mast. That's why the masts are so thick on these boats.
Right.
Because you get into these big catboats and the mast are.
Oh no, I've seen them. Yeah, I know. But that's because like you're saying, you got that little boat that's got 120 feet of square. Right. Yeah, that's what 12 feet overall.
Right. There's somebody just holding this thing and moving it over.
Right, and it's probably not
That's
you.
my job.
And
Well,
then sliding it
I
down
don't know. I'll tell you what. When you're
And then
moving
not dropping it down to the bottom
right,
of the
because
hull.
when you're moving this thing over, if something goes wrong, you get a finger in there, that finger's broken.
Oh.
I mean, it's broken in a heartbeat. Especially with your little delicate female hand.
Yeah.
But now, you and me, you and Steve, you and anybody could easily, you get down
There'll
there.
always
Yeah.
be people around on your
Well,
race.
that's the key, is always making sure there is somebody around, and if
Yeah.
there's not, but my guess is that won't be a
Yeah.
problem, because everyone will want to say, they'll want to come see it. They'll want to, like, wow, what's this? And
Man, those homemade blocks those are really beautiful. Those are nice.
yeah, it looks fabulous.
So you decided to keep everything the same way. You decided to make your own versus buying.
Well, it wouldn't look good with a Harkin block on it. It just
Right.
isn't that kind of boat. I just wanted to make the stuff, and I had the wood, I had the time.
Right? No, I got you. No,
You
I think
know,
it's great. No,
I like doing it. I
that's
love
the whole
doing this
point.
stuff, making the,
No, no.
Yeah,
Just so,
hopefully it holds
just so you can get it. What kind of boat is this? It's a design. It's a kit boat. But what's the name of the boat?
It's not a kit boat.
No,
It's not a kit
No,
boat.
it's built from scratch.
it's from plans.
It's from plans.
It's a catboat.
It's built from plants.
That's
It's a catboat. And who was the designer again?
Designed by Phil Bolger.
Phil Bolger.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Who killed himself recently?
Right.
After he's all the lawsuits from the catboats he built, doesn't it?
Is that true?
Don't put that in there.
Oh, no, no, we're putting it in there, we're putting it on the net. We're gonna advertise it.
Oh, God.
No.
Poor guy. He was getting senile, I think.
Yeah, he was, that's what his wife says anyway.
I got a few touch-ups to do, and then someone painting on these things here again.
All right, now, is this meant to be stowage? Or is it just?
You can put stuff a jacket or something under
Yeah,
there, sure, you know. But there's flotation under here, under this whole seat, and then this whole section up here. From here, there's a bulkhead here. From here up, the whole thing is filled with foam.
Oh.
So, can it sink?
Well, first of all, it's an old wood boat.
Right, I know
I mean,
that.
there's some fiberglass on it.
Right, but it-
probably not.
Right.
And I'm even thinking that if this boat were to lay on the side, it would probably float up to about here.
Right.
That's
Is there any flotation here?
No.
Okay. So it really is here and at the very end.
Right, so it won't sink, and you'll be able to drag it into the shore, I'm sure. But theoretically, it shouldn't sink at all. I mean, if anything, it'll float, you know, deck a wash maybe.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. You know, and even an old wooden boat doesn't sink unless the hull is breached, and you know, and then it'll stay afloat for quite some time.
So we'll see. You know.
So how long have you been working on this boat then?
Since April.
Since April.
So no time at all. That's why they're called Insta boats.
That's a lot of
Contrary to what Chris thinks.
that's thousands of man hours though.
Oh no, he was out here. He was a couple hours a week.
No,
No, how much time do you think? How much?
Listen to the, hey,
How
don't
many
listen to this.
Yeah, don't listen to that guy in the corner, but listen to me.
How many hours do you think you put into building this beautiful boat?
Boy, it's really hard. It's hard to say. I probably worked on it, average maybe 6 hours a day.
6 hours a day
5 days
since
a week, maybe?
since five, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So, you know, I don't know how many hours it is, but
I call it a lot.
yeah. Most of the time spent sitting in a chair trying to solve problems.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, a lot of times you just sit, you stand there looking at it, how the hell am I gonna do this? Because there's a lot of stuff that other people have that you don't have. You know, you go to a boat building shop, they got 400 clamps. Well,
Oh,
how
okay.
do you do that?
Right.
When you're gonna clamp some of these things together, like when you're clamping this, what they call
The rub rail,
the rub rail or something on there. You use these,
like a D-clamp.
you get these things,
Oh.
PVC tubing.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
slit
that's
it and
smart.
then you.
Yeah, that's
and then you-
fair. That's smart.
And did you get some of those hints off the internet or just
Yeah.
books or okay?
Yeah, ductworks.
Oh, ductworks.
They're all the time.
Right, where they have that infamous PD racer.
Let's talk about this the centerboard,
Right.
because that's pegged. Now the question though is, there's got to be a better way to handle that up and down, other than the pegs, right? I mean the pegs. Really
Well, the centerboard goes down, and then this thing here, this is my own device here. This will engage in here.
right.
And
So that keeps it from going all-
all the way down.
Right, right.
It's pegged down there. There's a shaft in there.
Yep.
It's a half inch.
Yep, I see it. That's what it pivots on.
Right.
Yeah.
Now this centerboard hangs on it.
All right.
It doesn't. You don't actually go through. You don't actually go through this middle of the centerboard. It's got a cutout in it, and you put it in and hook it in,
I got you.
and then it just pivots on that. And it goes down to, as far as, this thing will go all the way down here, it'll get lost in here somewhere.
Right.
And this thing holds it. Now these things here, this of course keeps it up. This, right now it's on the trailer. So
Yeah, so it's not going
But I
anywhere.
gotta make a little,
But see what I'm
Yeah.
wondering.
But if you're on a downwind run, your crew's gonna want to have that rod
you can
to
pull it.
hoist up the rudder. I mean, to pull up the rudder.
They call it a fid there.
Right. Okay, and then that's the
Yeah.
job of the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
during racing.
But you know, and I'm just thinking from a pleasure point of view, when you haven't got a bunch of, this boat can be single-handed without any problem at all, and it just can't be, you know, some crazy day, and I'm thinking, there's got to be a pulley arrangement that you can create.
Well,
simple,
sure you can.
Where you
Yeah.
can be able to sit back here, and you've got a control that comes from somewhere up here, over here, and you can adjust your
Well,
centerboard.
yeah. you can do that.
But could you still keep the beautiful aesthetics of what it is?
No, I think you could.
Yeah.
I think you could. I mean, look at the aesthetics already.
No, it's gorgeous. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
No, he's got it. I mean, he's got the aesthetics. That's not the issue. And so you know that whatever he does, he's gonna.
That goes down.
That goes all down. Well, you know, the same thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh no, it's fabulous. It's every bit, you know, the pictures of you, the building look good, but when you get out here and actually see it, it's like, wow. It's great. And you know, and the thing is that, as you know, because you built it and have built other things, every sailor, I don't care who they are, with rare exception, wants to build their own boat.
Yeah.
It's one of these things like building an airplane, it's like doing anything.
Yeah.
And so, and that's how I'm starting the piece off, which is, hey, this guy has managed to live the dream that everybody wants to have. The problem, of course, is it's 12 feet as opposed to 120 feet, which is what he really had if he could.
Yeah.
But you made this. You literally made this all in your garage, though.
Right here,
Right here, right where we're standing.
He was going to make a
Hung it up
60-footer,
there.
but the garage is too
There's one
small.
enough of this cleat up here and one over there. To
Well, we had to
move the
lift
stuff
it.
in and out.
Yeah.
Just flip it over. I had this,
Oh, that was.
I had
Yeah,
that
you should've
crank
called
thing
us,
there was attached to this.
Hey, here's what I can
And
tell
a
you.
rope around it and I just crank
Just did it.
it, turned it upside down.
Yeah, well, all I can say is Kerry Blair with his, 21-foot wide flyer.
Yeah, the Skanky H2O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He basically said, look, I gotta get my boat turned over. Do you think you can get a few guys to come out and help me do it? And I said, absolutely, that's not a problem. However, then I talked to your husband. He says, oh, well, Chris and I were out there turning the boat over the other day. And I said, man, call me. I don't want to hurt her back. I mean, geez, we'll come over and help you turn the
Well,
boat
someone
over.
else was here.
Pete was here one time.
Oh,
then-
yeah,
then
and
we
then
had
this
the-
neighbor came by, yeah.
neighbor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah, call us up.
Wait.
Okay.
I'd be more than thrilled.
Club.
Yeah. You remember Johnson County Sailing Society?
Wait, they would like to be bothered because they want to come out and see it. And I'm just
See, Pat said the
serious.
same thing. Pat was out when I first started this thing. He saw it when I was just had the
Right.
frame, some of the framework up and the.
Oh, Commodore
jig.
Pat?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So he come out and saw it, and he said, if you need any help, let me know. I said, okay. But then he was, down Texas and whatnot. That's, the guy had little enough time home. I said, I'm not a father guy. So we managed, But yeah, that's.
Well, no, that's you, and I'm just, look, I know you well enough to know you're not likely to be calling, but I'm gonna, from now on, I'll be checking. I'll be saying, okay, what are you doing? Because I'll like I already talked to Steve about.
I'd be thrilled to come over and help out.
Flip his boat over for him, because,
Yeah.
I mean,
Why does he
Cindy's.
have to?
Did you go out and do it?
We haven't done it yet. I emailed him this week and said, okay, I got a couple guys. Because, he's traveling all week
Yeah.
long. He's going every week, all
You mean
week
just to
long.
put it away for the winter?
No, remember he had that problem when you all weren't there.
Well, I'd like to help.
Oh, yeah,
I got to
problem
scrape
to
the
fix.
algae off my.
Last racing
busy,
season,
you
in
know what I'm saying?
October, he
I'll
had
help.
his center board
I'll help you anytime you need help.
came loose from its pin,
Oh.
Oh.
and so he's got to flip the whole boat
Oh,
over to make the
fix it.
repair. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's got an FJ sitting, he's like you Commodores, man, you all got fleets of boats. You know what, if Pipia could sell some of the things he owns besides his boat, he'd have 2 or 3.
Well, there's a Sweet 16 on Craigslist.
Yeah, I know.
600 some odd
So-
dollars.
I know, and I put a post up for people that's a great deal. I mean, because I bought my boat.
Well,
for
did you see
It
it?
looks pretty good.
That's what I
Well,
heard.
it's
John
a fix.
Truitt said, looks like an older model.
Well, you
But-
fix it up.
But for
No,
somebody
no.
starting out for $600,000, I mean, that's a great deal.
I prefer free. Hey, you know that albacore?
Yeah.
Free. Free.
What albacore?
My boat.
Oh,
The
you're
one
selling
you,
your
the one
boat?
you, the one you didn't know.
You have more than one boat?
No. I can only sail one boat at a time, so I only have one. I don't have like
You're
boats.
selling your boat? I mean,
No.
you're-
My boat was free.
your boat, I'm
Yeah.
saying,
I had another sailboat,
Oh, okay.
and I knew a guy who lived on the water, and he had that boat, and he said, I really don't sail this boat. You sail boats. You want this boat?
Oh.
I said, how much? He said, I don't want to sell it to you. Just take it.
Oh, my God.
Just get it off my hands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's a racing boat. That's
Right,
a
yeah.
very expensive. When that day,
Yeah.
this was 15 years ago. So I mean, that's what I say.
great.
You can find stuff like that.
But the problem is that you have the money and you're waiting for the certain kind of boat to come on the market, and something else comes up, you buy that, and 2 weeks later the boat you wanted comes on.
Right.
And that's.
Life. That's the way it was in my life too. I was trying to get this Playboy money to marry me, and she wouldn't have anything to do with me. And I said, you don't care, and I need to get married. Let's get married. And then 2 weeks later, she calls me up and says, okay, I'm ready. It's too late.
I know, I'm happy
Let me
with
show
it.
you the rudder.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. We could understand something. Okay, I like
This
this.
is a very strange rudder.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know if this rudder comes out of the water.
Right.
So this guy put this plate on the bottom, and it tends to dig in a little
Yeah,
better.
it gives you something to steer with
That's
once it
it.
starts to heal, one way or the other.
And then this goes in.
That's cool.
This up. This just slides in like that.
Now, Steve, what you don't know is when he and I were talking about this on the phone, I was writing a piece, he goes, the first day I bring this out there,
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna be a nervous wreck. Now, you need to read between the lines. What that means is, the first day we come out there and you come out and help me, you just do whatever I tell you to do. Otherwise, I'm liable to punch your face in. I'm liable to punch your face in, because I'm gonna be a nervous wreck. Now, note he has the hiking extension as well, for the boat that will not heal. Ah, he's prepared.
No, because sometimes on this boat you'll sit on a rope.
Yeah.
Right. Most of the time they'll sail from in there. This, you could probably even come out here and put seats in this thing. I didn't think about that at the time. But most of the time you're sitting on here on a cushion or something, or on the rail up here.
Well,
so in that case you're going to.
Wait, you actually?
They say not to sit back here.
Because it probably drags too much on the transom.
So you do sit inside the boat?
Yeah.
But see, you could put a small like a stool type, around that your bulwark here, just where it could actually, and it wouldn't necessarily attach there, but just a small little thing where you could just sit.
Because I was under the impression you're sitting on the outside, but you sit in the boat.
Well, now if you look at that picture, he's sitting on the rail.
Right, okay.
And then inside the back of it, there's two more pictures in the back of that, toward the back of the boat.
Yeah.
Nice and comfortable down there, just sitting down there.
See his reaching points?
Yeah, nice.
So, that's it. And this is the drawings of it. This is basically what you work from.
No, as far as the sales are concerned, there's only obviously one sail since the Catboat. But does like North Sales make a sail for this or something like that?
You probably have them made up, sure.
So what are you doing for sales? Are you getting someone to make them for you, or?
No, I'm gonna Sailboat company. It's a company up here in I think they're in Indiana.
Okay.
And they make sail kits. In other words, they cut the panels to it. There's got to be a belly in the sail. It's got to be an
You gotta
airfoil
get the bias.
shape.
You gotta get the bias.
So they cut these sails a certain way. So we put them together, and they've got the draft in there. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And they claim you can do it on a home sewing machine. So.
Really?
Okay, so
Yeah, that's cut.
yeah.
And it's like.
Let me see that. Point it to me. Oh, is that an octagon?
The shape is, but see how you've got it
Cut a V.
It cuts into each V, and you take the piece and you fit it into the V as you work your way around.
And that's how that mast is made over there.
No. This is the way they usually do it now. The problem with this thing, it is a total mess, because you've got to get adhesive in all these V-shaped things, and you've got to assemble this thing. Meanwhile, it's sliding all over, because if you use epoxy, it's all over the place.
Right.
So I decided to go with this one. And that's basically comes out the same thing, but it's a lot easier to do. And the reason is,
is one stronger than the other or anything like
well,
that?
this one I think would obviously be. I think it's still stronger, but this has got a lot of glue area too.
Okay.
But in this particular case, I think that mast is plenty strong enough for this boat.
Right.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah. See, the nice thing about this thing is you lay all of these flat.
Right, and you can work your way around it.
You tape every seam. Turn it over, flip it over, and roll it up.
Yeah, this has got to be due to strength, and that's
Kind of like a dovetail kind of deal.
And now, with the gooseneck attaches, there's a piece like this inside that.
And that's just to give it additional support.
Right, the screws go in there.
Yeah.
There's a piece about that long in there. And this is what the boom is made of. Same material, but
again,
same thing, same way.
Yeah.
That's what it comes out looking like.
Gotcha.
Gold stuff.
Works, and as you say, it'll be one of those days where some people have gone out sailing because the weather's improved dramatically, and it's like that's probably the time to do it. Too many people can be a problem, as along with too few.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah. You guys want to come in for warm up a few minutes?
Yeah, we're gonna cut out of here because I gotta take him back home. It's fabulous, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I mean it. Congratulations. You know what? When I saw the pictures that I have, it was clear to me that you're doing a great job. But to see the finished product, it looks terrific. And I definitely want to be there the day you launch.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna get the champagne. We're gonna break it across the bow.